One lunatic idea that got a bit of credence in economics for some time was this idea of Ricardian equivalence, and that's what gave us the idea of expansion of fiscal authority and other pieces of claptrap like that. Now, when you take a look in the textbooks, this is a particular textbook excerpt from not one of the worst textbooks, but this says a special type of crowding out, if we hold government spending constant through time. Why would you do that? Okay. Then a tax cut today must be matched by a tax increase in the future. Now imagine, one of my students said a better word there is pretend, that people are patient and very forward-looking. These forward-looking people will know that high taxes mean few taxes. High spending now means high taxes in the future, so they'll save and therefore cancel out. Look pretty stupid there in its own right. But read the original, it's even more idiotic. So here's, when you read the original article, and he starts with the word suppose now, in other words pretend, that household demands depends upon expected present value of taxes. So every time you go shopping, you're thinking about the taxes you have to pay until you die. Yeah, sure. Then he says, I'll discuss 5 major theoretical objections to it, the first of which is that people don't live forever. Well, duh. And hence don't care about taxes that are levied after their death. He says, well, that fails if the typical person is giving to children out of altruism. Altruistic families like the Trumps. So the main idea is a network of intergenerational transfers makes the typical person, this is the typical person, these are the people who don't kill each other in America, a part of an extended family that goes on indefinitely. In this setting, households capitalise the entire array of expected future taxes and thereby plan effectively with an infinite horizon. Now, I've only got one reaction to that. Okay? And frankly, do you really need an Australian to tell you that's bullshit? Okay? It's obviously bullshit. The fact that it even gets you into the journal in the first place is a sign of the level of ideological delusion that dominates the journals. But of course, you wouldn't know it if you studied that same stuff in the textbooks. The absurdity is not as obvious if you don't read the originals. So go and read the originals. But they don't have time to sugarcoat them. The sheer nonsense, and that applies to other schools of thought as well, by the way, turn up in the raw texts. Avoid the textbooks until such time as we actually have a decent discipline in 2 or 3 centuries. Now, things like the Cambridge controversy, who knows what I'm talking about there?